friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. My name is Crystal, and in today's video, I am going to be working on my second and final project for this month for the Story Kit Crush Challenge. So this month, my friend Tazhi and I are crushing the design story kit, but since we are ramping up for the December daily season, we are only committing to completing 2 of the projects this month using this kit. So this is my second project. However, I do have a project planning process video that I will link up at the eye for you guys, where I put together, I want to say, somewhere between 7 and 9 projects that I can tell with, or stories that I can tell using this kit. And at some point I will get to all of those. I just will postpone that for a couple of months here while we are in this December daily season. So if you want to see other ideas for stories to tell or how to use the kit, definitely go check out that video. Now today's story was all inspired from these 2 chipboard pieces that say loathe and love. And I decided to tell the story about the things that I loathe and the things that I love about teaching my children at home. So I am currently homeschooling my daughter for kindergarten this year. So that is what this story is all about. I'm going to be putting it inside of my pocket page notebook. This is a traveler's notebook that has pockets in between the pages. And this particular book is one that I use to tell stories that have longer journaling and that are more about me. So this is kind of like my all about me type book. And I try to do at least 1 spread in this book per month. So it gets my thoughts and feelings out at least once a month. So I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on fast forward while I get this put together. And then once everything is done, we will slow back down and close out for the day. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, you guys, so to get started with this spread here, I'm first going to set most of this stuff off to the side, and then I'm going to get to work on assembling the piece that's going to go into the middle page protector portion. So for this, I pulled over my Fiskars 3-inch punch, and I'm just punching out the sentiment that's in the middle of this card that says Design a Life You Love, and then I also am going to punch out this circular element. Really, as soon as I saw that card with the circular design on it, I knew that I wanted to punch this out into a circle and use it that way. So it's just a matter of getting it lined up just right, because the cards are not exactly 3 inches wide. They're just shy of that. So I do have to take out my scissors and just round out some of those more sharp edges, I suppose, or the corner pieces. Then I'm going to use my roller adhesive and stick these 2 pieces back to back. So this is what's going to be in the middle. When you flip it, on the one side you'll be able to see this sentiment, and on the other side you'll be able to see the Design a Life You Love. Then once I have that done, I just need to go ahead and trim off any excess, and I'm going to also add on this little patch piece. I believe this was an add-on to the kit. It says this and that, and so I just liked the idea of using the this and that with the loathe and love sentiments. They just seemed to go together to me. Once I have that together, I'm going to set it to the side and work on my journaling pages. The thing I love about this particular journal or traveler's notebook is that it is journaling heavy. So I really love to write, and I really love to journal about what's happening in our lives. And this specific notebook for me is where I do a lot of that. So every month I fill out at least 1 page, just with things that are going on, or sometimes pertaining to one of these story kit themes. With this one, I knew I wanted to talk about school because we've been having a lot of really rough days with homeschooling, and then also a lot of really good days with homeschooling, and it just was like, sometimes you loathe it and sometimes you love it, and I wanted to tell that story. So I went ahead and trimmed down that half circle piece into some 1-inch strips, then cut those down to fit across the top of those journaling pages. I'm going to add them up there just to give some design element to the top, and it also provides me a place to put my title piece. The title pieces there are the chipboard arrows from the set, from the kit here. This one says love, the other one says loathe, and I positioned them on purpose so that they were pointing away from each other. That way I will have that piece in the middle that will flip, so then it's like they are pointing off the pages of the paper, and I just liked the way that looked. So once we do this, I'm going to go ahead and take my photos and get those trimmed out. I took two, like, quote unquote selfie pictures, one where I'm giving a thumbs up and one where I'm giving a thumbs down, both of them with our homeschool area in the background. I thought that was a good way to capture the element of the story, like what the story is about, that it's about homeschooling, and then also to show, like, yes, some is good and some is bad. So it was just a silly way to add some photography element into this spread as well. I believe that not every story needs a photo, but oftentimes I will purposefully take some pictures for specific stories I want to tell, and this is one of those cases. So I'm just going to add some roller adhesive to the back of my photos and stick those down at the bottom of each of the journaling pages. So this is essentially what this page is going to look like once I get it inside the book. So next I'm going to bring over my pocket page notebook, and I'm going to use my 1/8 inch score tape on these pages in order to put these pages into my traveler's notebook. I typically do not work on the pages inside the notebook. I just use those as a base to which I apply everything on top of it. So that's why you see me doing that here. So I'm just going to take off the release paper and then stick that down into the book. It does make it a little bit bulky, but I've never had an issue with that before. This particular book, the cover is falling off and the very inside page detached because it is stapled together. But that doesn't bother me. What my plan is once I get this book all filled up with stories, I'm going to take the staples out and I'm going to go ahead and stitch the cover closed myself. That way I know that everything is permanently adhered into this book and I don't have to worry about the pages falling out, especially when there's a lot of bulk in it like there is here. With these pocket page notebooks too, they tend to bulk up quicker because I like to fill those pockets with things like sequins and cut files and just things that thicken them up. So for this, I'm going to position the circle piece in the middle of the page protector, just kind of getting it where it's centered over my text. Once I get it to where I like it, I'm going to bring over my tiny attacher and just staple it into place. That way I don't have to worry about losing the little element and it stays exactly where I want it to stay. I'm not going to put anything else in this pocket, so it doesn't bother me that the page is stapled closed. All right, you guys, so that is going to be it for this page, and we'll go ahead and slow you guys back down. All right, friends, so that finishes up this quick little spread here. Love the way that this came together. This circle is probably one of my favorite elements from this design kit. And I love that using this particular prompt it helped me to tell a story that I have told a lot of times about homeschooling, but to do it in a different way and in a way that I could talk about both the good and the bad, which are some of my favorite ways to journal, is to talk about, what I do love, but also what's really hard about it too. So I love this. I love having this in my book. These books are some of my favorite to work in because this pocket in between just makes them so much fun to get creative with. So anywho, so that is that. Which, by the way, the pocket page notebooks come from a shop called The Stamp Spot, and it is out of Australia. I always recommend checking her website to see if she is shipping them internationally yet. The last time I looked, which truth be told, was a couple of months ago. She was not shipping internationally, but maybe that has changed since then. So definitely go check that out if you are interested in potentially picking up one of these books. All right, so that is going to do it for me for today. I hope that you enjoyed this process video, and if you did, I would love a thumbs up down below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can see all of my future crafty videos. I will be back again on Saturday with another project for December Daily. I believe that's what I have planned for you. So hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, I hope you have a great rest of your Friday, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye now.